Hello, I'm Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and today I'm recording actually on my webcam. I don't often use this for anything other than like in gameplay videos and stuff. I'll use it, but today I'm recording directly to YouTube, and it's because I have more computer problems. Although I did, I just wanted to share what I learned with you, and then I figured I'd pull one of the items off of my shelf back here. You can see I'm still putting it all together. I got a whole bunch of memorabilia up there, and I've got this right here, which is Ultima VI. It's a Japanese version. I've never actually opened the box before, and I know something's in it, but I've never actually opened the box before. And so I figured I would do that, and we'd take a look at it. But before that, so I have learned something new, which is that heat is a real enemy in your computer, and that is why I've been having so many problems. I installed MSI Afterburner, and then I also installed some ASUS monitoring software to monitor temperatures inside my computer, because I keep having these mysterious crashes. And in fact, when we did the last live show, it ended early because my computer shut down, and it really sucked. I've been having this problem for quite a while now and haven't been able to figure it out, and I keep narrowing it down. I've replaced my video card because video seems to always go out first, and then I've checked all the hardware. One of my hard drives got corrupted in the whole process and stuff, and it's been this is a custom built computer, and it's pretty beefy. It's got like 8 cores, and or it's got 4 cores. It shows up as 8 in when you're looking at it in Windows, and it's quite a beefy machine, and it's done me very well. But I realized that I've been having problems, since mid-time when I moved to Mississippi, which is probably, it's probably been 6 or 8 months that I've been having major issues with my computer, and I keep working on it and keep trying to figure it out. I used to own a computer store, and so I know about about how to build machines and about how to diagnose them and everything. But I had to pay for a tech to come and help me, because I just got to a point where I didn't have the right tools to figure everything out, and part of that was checking out all the hardware. Well, all the hardware actually passes all of its checks, and so that's what kept stumping me. So I figured it must be software. Well, then when my hard drive corrupted, the FAT table actually got messed up. The file table did, and when that happened, then I was told it was software. Well, here's the fact, is that it's not software, because I've reinstalled the machine twice now, and I still have the problems. So I put in this monitoring, and last night I was really trying to stress out the machine just to see what I could see on these monitors. And in fact, let me show you here. You can see here it says that my CPU is at 49 Celsius, 50 now. And then here's like GPU temperatures, and here is the infinite void. Look at that, isn't that cool? So anyway, the CPU, I did some research on this, and at idle it should be about 40, and at under heavy load it should be around 60. And that the maximum operating temperature is something like 69 Celsius. It's right about there. And yesterday in my testing, I was like rendering a video at the same time I was playing War Z, at the same time I was uploading stuff, you know, just really trying to stress out the system to see what would happen. And it went all the way up to 92 Celsius, which is way too hot. Alarms went off. There's alarms on this software, and it started squawking at me saying, "Woo, too hot." And so, you know, what I did when I was having problems at one point is I actually ended up pulling off the CPU cooler and blowing out its fins and everything, and I put it back down without putting any thermal paste on. Well, I am thinking that that was the wrong way to do it. That I should have put thermal paste back on. I should have just gone out and bought some and everything. And whenever I cleaned that out, because now, from what I'm reading is that when you put it under really heavy load and the thermal paste isn't good or the fan isn't good on the CPU cooler, that it will have problems. And that's exactly what I'm experiencing. So I do have new computer parts on the way already too, and in fact my new computer, I have a water cooler, and and I will be doing a video, or actually probably it'll be a few videos, because it's going to be a couple-hour process of you know, ripping apart my old computer and putting everything together in the new one and firing it up and stuff. And so I'll you know, maybe do some talking segments about different topics while I'm redoing the computer and talk about that as well, and kind of, you know, put those all together. So I think that'll be fun. So anyway, I hope that that stuff comes in quickly so that I can get back on the ball again. I really hate how this has really held me back with a lot of things, especially like the live show. We got a really good response from that, and I really enjoyed the feedback that I got, and so we want to do more live shows, and it's probably going to be something like 3 shows a week. 2 will be US prime time, and 1 of them will be European prime time. And I'm thinking something like, you know, Wednesday US prime time, Friday European prime time, and then Saturday US prime time. And they'll all be recorded and they'll be shown on here. And we'll do call-ins like I did on the test show. It was very, very successful. Some of the videos that I've done lately where I had other guests on the show were taken actually during the live show. And so anyway, it's very exciting to me that that will be coming up. So, okay, so I've been putting together all my memorabilia here, and I got a camera studio set up here. I've got actually, you know, so I've got like a studio light up here. I've got my Pro microphone here, and another camera here, and then I also have my other big camera, which is down here. You see it on the shelf down here. That I can set up somewhere in the room, and I can actually have 3 cameras going simultaneously during a live show, which is pretty cool. So, and you know, I can show screen stuff and everything. God, I'm just so excited about that. So anyway, you can see I'm getting the stuff out up here, and I'm going to go through. I decided what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to include, whenever I film in the office most of the time, I'm going to include something about one of these items. And you know, it could be just my experience with it, or some history behind it, or whatever. So that is what we're getting to here. So this right here, see where it says Super Famicom? That this is the Japanese version of this, and it was made by Origin, Richard Garriott, and it is Ultima VI, which is touted as one of the best. 4 is touted as one of the best, and then 6 is also touted as one of the best. And what's so cool about this is, you want to know what a Super Famicom is? It's Super Nintendo. And that is, and boy, look at these, how well does that show up on here? Well, it's having trouble focusing that close, so, which is disappointing, because it's got some really neat screens on there. But you know, it's a classic, and so let's open it up. I've actually never opened it up because I don't have a Super Nintendo, and I can't read Japanese, so you know. Okay, so open up the box, and it's got this book here, and then look at that. Looks just like a Super Nintendo cartridge. You know, yeah, it's copyright 1990. Wow. So pretty cool stuff. You know, this is just one of my memorabilia things, and let's see what's in the book here, if there's anything interesting. Back when games actually came with books, so this has got a whole, it's got a maps in it, and it's got a letter from Lord British, and then, you know, a whole bunch of play stuff, and then, of course, tech support. Oh, look at all the monsters. Cool, huh? So, anyway, you know, wouldn't it be fun to have like a Super Nintendo or something like that, you know, and play some of these old games? Although, I don't know how exciting the gameplay would be, because really we have developed so far beyond the gameplay styles of these type of games. And so let me tell you though about the first RPG experience I ever had in a game, and it was Zelda. It was the gold cartridge for the original Nintendo, and the gold cartridge was special. Gold cartridges meant that they had a battery in them, and you could save your game, which was very required for a you know, a RPG. And that was, golly, when did Zelda actually come out? I mean, that's got to be 80. Man, would that be like 84 or so? I don't know. I'm pulling that off the top of my head, because we got a Nintendo. Maybe it was 82, or maybe even 1980. Hell, I don't remember. It's probably between 80 and 82, because I think the Atari came out in 79, and the Nintendo was a whole generation leap ahead of that. And it I remember that we got that for Christmas, my brothers and I remember because my middle brother screamed and screamed and screamed. He was so happy of getting that, and I remember we had Donkey Kong on it, Donkey Kong and Duck Hunt, and we played that all night. I remember we built like this you know, fort in the TV room where we put chairs around, and then we hung blankets over it, and we encapsulated the TV. And the TV, you know, was just small. We didn't have big TVs like we have today. We probably had, you know, maybe a 19-inch TV at the biggest, and that was considered to be pretty good size. And so I remember playing that all night. And then when we got, I think it was Legend of Zelda was the first one and everything. And what an amazing game. That was my first taste of an RPG. And I loved the hell out of that game. And, you know, I could actually see myself playing that again. I think that would be kind of fun. But I don't know that it's really... you know, games like that, you know, what got me thinking about that is that, you know, like broadcasting them live or whatnot. I mean, I have the equipment to do that, but I don't know that, you know, that would be popular or of interest, because games today are so much more sophisticated, so far beyond that and everything. So, anyway, I hope you enjoyed my ramblings this morning. So, that is it for today, and I hope that I will have a video for you tonight. I'm going to be tearing apart part of my computer today, trying to fix it, and if I am successful, I will have a video for you tonight. If I'm unsuccessful, I'll be very disappointed, and maybe everybody else will too if there's no video tonight. Oh my goodness. Okay, so, I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.